Hi folks, so in this video we'll take a look at updating the menu buttons right up here. So we're going to show you how to remove the menu buttons, how to rename the menu buttons, as well as adding more buttons and adding drop downs. Now this is different, this particular type of template is different than previous templates that you've worked with. And if we go into the library, the shared and the header.htm page, we'll flip this over to design view. Now we still use the bullet list, but as you see, it looks a little bit jumbly in the page. But if we go to code, you'll see that it's marked for you and commented for you. And I'll show you how this works. So we'll start with the removing a menu button. So there's two types of menu buttons that we have in our template. We have a single, which is the home, or we have and the about, for example. That's just a regular button that links to a page. Then we have a button with a drop down. So just so you know, the very top level where it says basic or standard or pro, you can name that whatever you want to name it. However, it will not link to a page. The things that link to a page are the items in the drop down. Okay, so if you want to remove a menu button, we would go to the code view. We would find the button, and they're all labeled. I'll just space these out even more, of single menu button or menu button with drop down. And all you have to do is just remove the ones you don't need, and including the comment tags. So we'll go to the plugins down here. We just select everything and we delete it like so. Okay, now that's how to remove a menu button. To add a menu button, we just simply copy an existing button, including the comment tags. We just copy the code, give ourselves some space. Let's say we want to put this actually after the standard right here. So we're going to basically do a copy paste, change the name of the button, and then change the link to the page. Now this is where you could actually just pop into the design view if you wanted to. You could find your element, you could right click, select hyperlink properties, and change the name to Collins page, and then you can use the link tool down here to update the link. So if I were to save at that point and refresh, my new page shows up right here, and away I go. I can do the same with drop downs. I could copy the entire drop down like so, paste, right? I can rename it here in the page, right? Like the text in black, you can just go and rename, or you can do it in design view. So that is how you add or remove menu items or multiple like drop down menu items. Okay. Now if it's a drop down, you just need to change the text up top where it says drop down. You don't need to change this href #. Leave that as it is. That's what tells the rest of the pages it's a drop down. To add and remove submenus, they're just regular links at this point with a class of drop down item. So if you want to add more to a certain element, just copy, paste, 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 and then you can go and change the name of the button, and you can change the link to the page. And of course, you can cheat and you can just select the text button name, right? And then you can flip over to design view if you want to help find it. So there's the button name. Now you can just right click, use hyperlink properties, and then you can go and select the page you want to link to. So that's the adding and removing menu buttons, renaming buttons, and linking them to. You can select any item in this page, just sort of double click or right click on it and use the hyperlink properties and link to your different pages. That's once you have them set up here in the code. Once you have maybe the names or you can just modify what you see here. If you don't want something, you can just double click on it. You can use this a drop down tag and you can delete it. So if you don't want a menu item, you can just select, go find the A drop down and delete. That removes it as well.